When it comes to the Iron Dome, the executive order directed the implementation of an Iron Dome. It also, as you said, kind of directed research and studies to see if or how the United States can go about doing this, particularly the Department of Defense.
Greenlighting an Iron Dome here in the United States, just one of several actions announced by President Trump. You heard Caroline Leavitt talk about the study and research to begin that process, and it is part of the intention to prioritize military readiness. President Trump also took executive action targeting DEI programs, reinstating service members who were discharged because of the COVID-19 vaccine mandate, and took steps to prevent openly transgender people from serving, a move previously repealed by President Biden. Fox News senior strategic analyst and retired four-star General Jack Keane joins me now. General Keane, always good to have you with us. Thank you very much for joining us. First of all, your reaction to these executive orders that came in fast and furious as the new Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth, took the helm.
Well, I don't have a problem with any of them. I thought the DEI thing from the very beginning didn't make a lot of sense. For years, we've had, every single year I was in the Army, almost 38 years, we had equal opportunity officers and officers and NCOs who helped work that and educated us on making certain that we had equal opportunity. The DEI thing was more about equity, and it took away the emphasis on meritocracy. And we have had significant, successful racial integration in the United States military, where a person of color at every NCO rank or every officer rank, all the way up to 4 stars, are supervising a white majority. That's the reality of what's out there. And it's been out there for years. And it's been very, very successful. So listen, I think the Defense Department, when they were asked to execute DEI, we're likely the first organization, because that's who we are, to put it in place. Yeah. They're being asked to dissolve it. They're likely going to be the first organization in the federal government to dissolve it. And let's move on.
So let's talk about the Iron Dome possibility in the last minute that we have here. Can it work? And are you a supporter of that program?
Well, I think what the president is doing is trying to solve a very complicated problem that the United States faces. Iron Dome was certainly a name that the Israelis used to take down rockets and short-range missiles that attack them, and they have 2 other tiered systems. Their situation is very different. Their neighbors are attacking them, and they have Iran and the Houthis attacking them from about 1,000 miles away. We have none of our neighbors are threatening us, and no one in this hemisphere is going to threaten us. So our problem comes from our adversaries who are oceans away on land, but can approach us by sea and threaten us with different kinds of weapons. The challenge the United States is facing, and I think the president is really clever here, he's trying to focus the efforts of the research and development community and the Department of Defense by saying, I want an air shield. I want to protect the American people. Well, these advanced weapon systems, take what they are, hypersonic glide systems. China launched one in 21. It circumnavigated the globe. It was propelled by a rocket and then came up through the southern hemisphere.
Yep.
Think of that. All of our protection against ICBM missiles are in the northern hemisphere. And they were able to obviously do that, and we did not detect any of it, Martha. Yeah. We could not track that system as it was circumnavigating the globe, came up through the southern hemisphere, then went back towards China. Yeah. This is a profound capability that the Department of Defense is aware of, and we got to track it. And the same thing, Russia is developing a very sophisticated cruise missile that they're advertising will eventually be able to circumnavigate the globe. These are major threats, and we've got to get on with developing tracking systems and certainly intercepting systems to do that. Just 2 examples of what the United States is facing that are quite unique and very different from what Israel is doing.
Well, that's the second example on this program today of a place where China has surprised us in their technology and abilities. So we're stepping it up after the last 4 years. General Keane, thank you very much. Good to have you here today, sir.
Great talking to you, Martha.
You as well.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.